Hello everyone, my name is MSAshiking, and today we're going to be playing The Sims 4. Now, what exactly are we doing in The Sims 4 today? Well, we're going to be building a house in Newcrest, specifically. Now, here's our lot in Newcrest. It's right next to that roller rink that we got in Seasons, so that's really good. We're going to go ahead and start building up our shell. We're going to start with a square, obviously. It's just simple. Add some more shapes around it. Squares on squares on squares on squares on squares. Squares in building is just like making or giving a build characteristics and just personality and everything. It does look like I'm like blocking this off here, but it's going to turn into something really cool. We're going to go ahead and raise up that foundation and move the lot a little bit because it's a little too close, so we're going to center it. Making sure all the walls are good, and we're going to see if we can find a good trim or fencing to go around this right here, because I want this to be a front porch for our Sims. Though, in order to do that the proper way, I kind of want to find a good, decent, like, wall texture to, add that on to the characteristic of the house. This right here is going to be a little bump out, and I'm going to highlight that with a nice stone wall, and then we're going to add some paneling to the rest of the house here. I'm just having some issues trying to figure out a color, but I'm pretty sure green is kind of like what I'm wanting to go for right now, even though it's supposed to be a blue suburban, but that's okay. I did see when I pressed shift on my keyboard when I was placing this that it covered that, so I'm going to recover that with the same. And now we're going to do the roof. Right here we're going to do a just a normal roof, and then add on to that, because that right there is just going to be like a nice little ooh pretty, and then I'm going to half gable to that. We're going to of course extend down the roof some more too to kind of match that one like pop out piece. We're going to find a good pair of stairs. I like this one because it's got that stone that matches that wall that we have, and we've got the fence that we chose earlier, and now we just gotta find a decent like column that kind of matches with it. I think I end up using the cats and dogs column that's kind of like round and just swoops up like this, which I am trying to use here, but I'm just gonna place this all around here, try to like make it a cute little front porch, as you can see. We're going to raise that up just a little and put, medium wall height instead of the normal wall height. I'm going to put a window right here because this nice little bump out is going to be, like I said, a feature. Now this, does look a little lonely, so I think we should add a flower box. I'm gonna try and like work around which ones I have because I am limited to packs, but I'm really liking this one from Gate Famous, so I'm just gonna change the color of that to a brown to kind of like have a more natural tone to it. And we're also gonna find a good foundation color because this concrete isn't really doing it for us. So we're gonna go ahead and just do this like paneling one all over the bottom of our home. Now, we gotta find a good front door. I like this one because it's got the windows, and I'm kind of like a good window person, even though, as you can see, I've only have one window placed so far. But we like to, have that one window just to have the front. And then the rest of the windows are going to be based off of the layout on the inside. I'm going to use terrain paint to, like, kind of do a walkway, and we're going to place the mailbox here because mailboxes are important, along with trash cans. Cannot forget the trash cans. Looking back, I think I just forgot the trash can in the kitchen too, so this right here is our only trash can in the house. We are going to do a nice little garden section right here just to kind of like have some nice landscaping going on. I'm going to use the bracket keys to kind of size down these rocks here because they're just massive, and it's hard to work with when they're that big. And I'm also pressing shift to place more as I go, so I'm not having to just go back and forth clicking all the time when it comes to rocks, unless I need, a new rock. I was trying to just highlight that bump right there, but I'm just like, might as well just highlight the whole thing instead of just doing a little thing in the front. Make it, I'll make it all pretty instead of just the front of it pretty. And bringing it to the side, it just makes it look less awkward, I guess. Now I'm trying to figure out how to like get this corner here. Do I want to, bump out the corner too, kind of like I have here, kind of make it flat, kind of just do like a parentheses. I think this looks okay. Yeah, okay. We're going to go ahead and place some just normal grass types for some texture, and then we're going to be placing bushes and then flowers as well for some color, because color is like, it makes it like extra, it adds that little extra touch that you need. We're going to add some white flowers, and I'm going to find some like good color flowers too. Like I think these right here, I just, placed all the random colors. I'm like, ooh, pretty colors. And then we're going to put just this round bush here, just for like have a bush, make it all look, simple. We're going to place this big tree in the backyard, so the backyard has something. And then we need to find a smaller tree for the front yard. I think this one from base game would work for us. And then we're just going to go ahead and add dirt to everything, because dirt just makes everything like look more natural and, actually lived in and everything. I don't know why I was trying to put dirt right there in the front by the walkway, but it's okay. But, gotta add it all the way around the edges of the house as well, and kind of fix it up too, because I did it a little messily, but that's okay. So here's just the front of the house so far, and I think it turned out okay. I mean, it's okay for like my first build. And here's what I did for just layout on the interior. I did change it, but this is the only like kind of snapshot I have of it before I edit it. But now we're gonna go into building the kitchen. I kind of want to like bring that green from the outside, like that we used on the paneling outside on the inside. And I really like these new base game like counters. And I've had this weird obsession recently where the kitchen is just a whole nook. So that's what I'm going to use this our future bump out for. We've got the perfect spot for a for a sink right underneath this window here. And I'm going to go ahead and, of course, place our cabinets, because who doesn't have cabinets in their kitchen? Unless you do and you're trying to go for an open concept thing, that's amazing. Good on you. But I like these green ones. That brings in our green from the outside. I'm going to do the full cabinets, and remember to use those edge cabinets. I keep figuring out, or forgetting that they are actually there. and then I use them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it looks perfect. It looks finished. I am going to use this tall cabinet here. I had some issues trying to figure out what to do with it, because I wanted it to match the height of the rest of the cabinets, so you can see me here trying to use different like shelves and stuff, but I did just go ahead and just lower it down and place one of the smaller ones over there. I kind of wanted to put an island in here, but the kitchen was just way too small for an island, and we had to figure out some like kind of like form or place to have dining in, so I just went ahead and placed our dining table and everything on the inside of our kitchen. I like this small round one. It had like a good texture that kind of went along with the textured countertops that we got. And I didn't realize that I did this, but I also tried like a couple different swatches of chairs. I think I went with these through and through because that gray matched both the countertops and the table, and that green also just tied everything in. And it's a different color green too, or like shade of green. So, like, it just adds the extra touch. And I'm trying to add a rug here. I think I just added a gray rug, but at this point, I need flooring. Who can build a house and decide, like, the colors of what's inside without flooring? That's just kind of silly. I chose this one because it was just the right amount of, like, dark and light. And it just brings an extra color to the whole house. Now, we do need a bit, pick out some wallpaper for in here. I'm going to add this tile for backsplash on just along that back wall by the sink, and then I need to try and find a color that matches the gray just above the tile. I had to like switch on the just gray only on the just finding things, which is okay. And I'm going to put just normal columns from Get Together to kind of like separate everything, because I don't want that whole house to be that dark gray, if that makes sense. And yeah, I am going to try and find a nice light to kind of bring this all together, because just it makes it extra pretty. I like this one. It's round and circular and kind of funky and matches our table, so that's good. We need to get some clutter in here too. Gotta get a coffee pot, which this little end cabinet over here is perfect for it. And we should also get a dishwasher that we got in there, so that's good. I mean, kitchens with dishwashers, awesome. We love those. Gotta get a, a utensil holder and everything. I am trying to find a couple things that I know are in here, but silly me, I forgot that I still had the gray tab on the whole time, so Build By was just kind of like giving me everything gray still, and I wasn't finding everything I liked. So I found this one that had, the coffee and the paper towel roll, just kind of like brings it all together, and then I want to plant in this corner. The corner needs something. I like this one. This one's simplistic, and we're going to add some letters for clutter, and also I think I put books over here. I can't remember. What did I put? I put books over here. Okay, I'm going to move that plant over to the corner as well. And there is like a dish strainer thing that we got, and I'm going to put that in there. We're going to move on to the living room now. I had some issues trying to figure out a couch, because I want a couch that looks like, it's been lived in and has kind of messy and everything. I ended up choosing this one from Parenthood. I originally was just like, I want to go with the bright yellow and everything. The green kind of ties everything together. That changes. I wanted a bookshelf or something to put on this wall to use as a TV stand, entertainment stand thing. This one is funky, so I'm like, you know what, this works. It kind of goes with the funky plant, funky light. I'm thinking plant because I'm trying to put a plant in this window here. We're using BB.move objects in alt placing things to make sure they're in decent spots that I like. I wanted to try and put a coffee table in here, but I really couldn't. But just add that extra, but the Sims wouldn't have moved, or wouldn't have been able to move around. So I found this rug from Laundry Day and just sized it down, because it was too big for the size of the living room, but once you size it down with the bracket keys, it fit much better. And I liked this bluish greened, minty kind of couch color, so I just went ahead and just changed the couch color to that, added a TV, and then I realized we didn't have windows, so I went ahead and put windows everywhere, because we kind of had a layout. Over here in this corner by the front door, I am going to put an office, just, have a computer and a desk situation over here, because there's really no other room in the house to do that with, and I kind of didn't know what to do with the front entry here, and a desk seemed like the right thing to do. I've got a couple different packs that I like the objects from, so I'm just kind of throwing everything together. I'm not really paying attention to what packs or anything I'm using. I'm just using everything I have. We're going to put this nice little square plant in the corner here, just from base game, and this rug right here is from Parenthood. I like just the black, and it goes along with the rest of everything, and it just makes it nice and cohesive. We need something on this wall here though, so I'm going to grab this tapestry from City Living. It kind of just goes with it. And we're going to move over to the hallway here. I want to add a skill building object to it. I originally wanted to put a chess table, but I couldn't find the chess table. So that's fun. So instead I went ahead and just put an artist easel over here, because you can use that to skill build. I struggled trying to find it because there's so many skill building options in Better Build By, and it's just everything. I wanted to find canvases to try and put behind the easel as well, but I had to turn on cheats by putting testing cheats true into the cheat bar, and then typing in bb.show hidden objects to kind of show debug again, because there's a lot in debug that you can use. There's this canvas set that I found from Get Famous, and I'm just ooh, this looks nice, this is kind of messy, so I shrunk it down to this size here and kind of stuffed it behind the easel just to have a cute little corner moment as well. Though this corner is still really missing something, I think a plant would be probably the perfect little touch to go behind these canvases. Though there's just so many plants to choose from. And since I just turned on the show hidden objects, I also have all of like the craftables and stuff from Nifty Knitting and everything. So that's okay. But I have this one from the plant kit, and it's just the hanging plant that everyone likes. So I just went ahead and popped that on there. And I was getting tired of this white too, because the white added onto the emptiness of this corner some too. So I picked this one from Realm of Magic. It just kind of fit the vibe that was going on in the house at the time. And I just think I stuck with it. It made the house, it added that extra little something. And now we're going to go into the master bedroom. As you can see, I don't know what color. I kind of want to go with just like a neutral color. Maybe bring that green back in here as well. Just playing around with the greens. I like this minty green, but I feel like I'm using it way too much and it's kind of getting tiring to use. But I want to put a bed right in front of this window here. I kind of want to go with this one. I forget. I think it's from Dream Home Decorators, what it's from. I really like it. And I'm kind of going to go with this like plain kind of swatch here and add these base game tables to the sides of it. These tables do look empty, so they need plants and just kind of clutter everywhere. There's so many plants in build. It's just hard to find like the one that you want, because you know it's in there somewhere. You just have to find it. And with the show hidden objects, it's just hard like digging through everything. I added a snow globe over there to the plant because the plant looked a little lonely. I'm trying to figure out like what things are and where things are to begin with, and I'm struggling. I'm just finding things that I didn't even know that were like in build. So that's okay. Though I decided that instead of just another clutter piece, we needed a lamp over here, and the lamp was just like a good, nice touch to have over there. Now this room does need a dresser still. I kind of want to have like a classic kind of vibe with the dresser, because the room's kind of just like plain and not really like extravagant or anything, so having like a plain dresser kind of like will bring everything together a little bit. So I chose this one from Base Game, though it needs a little something to spruce it up, so I'm going to put a nice bookshelf next to it. And I need to find something to put on this wall, because this wall by itself is just really, really empty. I found this from Tiny Living, and I'm just like, oh, it could go in the kitchen, but no, it could not go in the kitchen. I'm still trying to find that perfect shelf. There's this one that I found and ended up going with, because plants. Who doesn't like plants? Gotta have that plant tax when you're building. I liked this one. I think I stayed with that brown and white that tied together everything like with the bed. And I went ahead and changed the color of the dresser as well. The room needs a rug. It's looking a little plain without the rug and everything. I don't know why it took me so long to find a rug. I tried using this one from Werewolves, and I don't remember if I stuck with it. I did not. Okay. No, we just chose this Base Game rug in blue instead. That's okay. This wall over here is also looking really blank, so we're gonna find the book nook kit and use the, I guess, book cover frames that they have and just put them here on this wall just to add something. And I want to change the color of the bedspread too. I'm going to just do the white. Still trying to dig through all of that show hidden objects cheat there. Trying to turn it off too, because it is a lot to go through and it's kind of overwhelming me at this point. But still just digging through that, trying to find some clutter to put on these shelves. Like on the top of this bookshelf here, I'm going to put these games. And I kind of wanted to tie this in here just to have like she's kind of got like a goth side maybe to her, like whoever's living in this room. But instead I'm just crystal. We're going to put a crystal here instead, kind of have that nice little touch. I was trying to find the fruit bowl earlier and I couldn't find the fruit bowl, so I wanted to try and tie that in there, but it did not go. It did not go, which is fine. We're just looking for clutter. there's so much clutter in The Sims 4, which I appreciate because it really helps bring all of the builds together. It doesn't help that I have just a lot of clutter in the game from all the things I buy, but also I have custom content that's also kind of getting in there. So that's a lot to go through. I want to put a mirror here just to like kind of make it extra cutesy and everything and more usable, because you can build your charisma skill with mirrors. So just having that there is another skill builder. We're gonna add more clutter because I actually found more clutter that I think would work pretty well with this room here. I've got a makeup tray, and I kind of want to do the hair tray as well, but I also want to keep the book tray here. So we're going to add this placeholder here so that way that slot is taken up, and we're just going to slide that where I want it to go and just delete the other thing. That's the main bedroom. Now we're going to move on to the kids' bedroom. I didn't really like building kids' bedrooms. They are so small, and a lot of times you don't know what to do with them, and you're like, when you're actually playing The Sims, kids don't really stay kids for a long time. They end up like going on to teens and everything. So I just kind of did like a combo kid and like infant kind of situation, because I ended up just putting a crib under here. Because I tried like, just put a normal bed under there, do like a twin situation, but no, that was too much. Though this crib here, excuse me, this crib here matches this perfectly, so that's good. It matches the bed frame perfectly in the color, which is really hard to do because in The Sims they don't really do a lot of like matching wood tones. So that surprised me there. I'm going to go ahead and choose the orange for the wall too. It ties the orange from the bed together. I'm kind of like envisioning this to be kind of like a boyish room a little bit. They've got the messy bed and everything, so add the dinosaurs. I'm going to add this nice little blue dinosaur here. Kind of trying to tie in more of that blue from the bed, because there's the slightest tinge of blue on like the pillows and some of the blanket. So I'm going to have this bright blue wardrobe here and a toy box there right next to it, and a knittable rug there. And I'm going to change the color of the dinosaur too, because the yellow is a lot better than that bright blue, because we already have a lot of blue in here. I'm going to add some wall decals because the wall's looking pretty plain. And we're going to sneak in a dinosaur just to go along with the other dinosaur we have. He's going to be in Sneaky. And above the kid bed, we're going to add the dinosaurs reading books poster. I wish we had more like dinosaur stuff in posters, but it's fine. But that's the kids' bedroom, and we're going to move on to the bathroom now. I kind of went out of my comfort zone using such like a blue tile, which is so fun. I ended up using this like kind of, it's a tile like edge at the bottom, and the rest of it is just blue plaster, or just like a colored plaster. And I thought like this went really well. I added the Parenthood just like base swatch tub in there, because you need a tub if you're gonna like clean infants and stuff. So, and it's just like full shower and tub mixture. We're gonna add the Parenthood sink to match it, and just a base game toilet. Trying to add this toilet paper roll was very difficult because the angles in the camera was fighting me. So I just slotted it right there as fast as I could, and then found a matching towel and just a medicine cabinet for a mirror in there. And now we're going to move on to the outside because the rest of the house is done. Just for like another like kind of like skill build for motor and just imagination, we're going to add just the swing set from Seasons. We make that white. And then again, another skill builder, I want to add these planter boxes here so the Sims can level up on their gardening skill. We're going to add some more of this terrain paint as well, kind of like make the swing set look like it's been used. And, touch up the tree here because the tree's kind of looking a little lonely and kind of icky too, but that's okay. Here is the finished build. I don't know why the camera's so shaky. It's just how it is. But going into the front very slowly, this is already in 2x speed. We have our little office area when we walk into the door, and then to the right we've got our main hallway with our everything. We've got the living room, the kitchen. Going into the kids' room, we've got, of course, everything that I just talked about, all of that stuff. And then the same here in the bathroom. The bathroom is nothing really special. It's just a plain, kind of sad bathroom. We're going to go back around to the main bedroom here. I'm kind of proud of myself with this build, because, it was the first time I ever, recorded a build and just, went at it. So that's pretty good. And then, of course, the backyard one last time. There's some snow particles in the air because I used MC Cheats to switch the season over to summer, because originally it was spring, and in spring it was snowing because it just got into spring. So that's fun. But if you watched my Rags to Riches Challenge Part 2, you could see I don't really like playing winter in seasons at all, because there's a lot of challenges to go through it, and the cold just makes it makes gameplay kind of hard to do, especially in a Rags to Riches challenge. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up here. If you like this kind of content, make sure you comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.